on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Redskins going up against the Bears.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Chicago Bears. He's got some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On 1st and 10, Stanley. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down, here's Peterman. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On third down, Peterman. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90!
Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
All right, here we go.
first down. Stanley. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Second down following the incompletion.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Following the fumble recovery, Stanley. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. Throwing on first down, Stanley. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Allen able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
From the gun, Stanley. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Third down, 15 yards still needed.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. Hurry up, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. And he comes back with one complete. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
this time? Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Now let's go.
Out of the gun, Peterman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, Peterman. Throwing right, and that's complete. And a gain there of 11 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now they'll throw it with Peterman. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Tight ends to the right, boy. Tight ends to the right. Move. All right, here we go.
3rd and 2. Now Peterman. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago! I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, it's Peterman. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Graves. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
It's run, fellas, it's run. Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you. Watch right. Now let's go.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hurry up, here we go.
Again, it's Peterman. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Flushed out right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll go to P-Ryan, try to pound it in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go now.
On 1st and 10, Stanley. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Man left. Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, Stanley escapes the sack. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing on first down. Stanley. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
All right, here we go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go.
To throw on second down. Stanley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Leopard.
Back to throw. Stanley going for it all. Dante Moncrief as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. Throw left side complete. That's Cross. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second down now after the pass completion.
Watch 10. I got trick this side.
Now it's Peterman. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we come upon halftime here. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down, Peterman. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. And his kick is right through. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st and 10, Stanley throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cross, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Watch time. Tight end right. All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Stanley finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stanley. The quick slant caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Watch 80.
Looking to throw. Stanley. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Back to throw. Stanley. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Stanley. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to get him. His second sack now of the afternoon. And Frank's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 24-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Peterman to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here we go now.
Key 26, key 26.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Peterman going for the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to throw. Stanley. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we...
All right, here we go.
off as they run the counter play. And some room to maneuver. Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go.
To throw is Peterman. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Stanley. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Kamale Correa able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Here we go now. Green.
Throwing now, Peterman on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Here's Peterman. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Here's Peterman to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. To throw on 2nd down. Stanley. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 12 more yards there and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. To throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau.
So it's third and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And to give this time to the tailback. Despite this strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Now let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the fourth quarter. And it was the Patriots that wound up winners in that one. Cam Newton, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. Back to throw. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Shift together here from the D-line.
85 is coming. 85 is coming. Watch him. Watch him. All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. The Bears on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Stanley. And he's got Moncrief. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they've got to signal that field goal unit, and they have to sprint out there in a hurry.
And this is always difficult on the snapper because his heart rate is...
And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd, carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 28. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Looking to throw. Stanley. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bears on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Stanley. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. Well, let's see about the call. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Now let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
And you really just wanted 4 quarters, but you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Washington, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,